of a range check for him.
Yeah, I mean, he's a very good shooter, but from that distance, his percentages go down.
You want a high percentage take offensively, get it to Holmgren in that spot.
Here's Sasser. Thunder making the shot. And the foul on Marcus Sasser. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander goes up and puts it down.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Pistons trailed by 3. Cunningham for 3. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. And Greg, on a team as stacked as OKC, you can almost forget about Chet Holmgren, who is the number 2 overall pick back in 2022.
And let's give him his flowers, right? The portrait of a modern big man. Shot blocking, shooting range, and plays with an edge.
Now, Caruso. Following the three-point attempt by Cade Cunningham. And it's Mitchell missing. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. And so the timeout here by J.D. Bickerstaff. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And the Thunder making a switch here. Cunningham outside. Outside Robinson. Harris outside. She's over Dort. Again, the miss by the Pistons. And so it's Holmgren with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Cunningham hits the bucket.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Duncan Robinson. That's his first foul. Detroit making a switch here. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's Holmgren. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Holmgren's got 4 points this quarter.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, the Thunder are trying to be efficient scoring. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander said, ultimately, it just comes down to taking what the defense gives you and trusting your teammates. You need them to win at a high level. That's clear as day, and I want to win at a high level, so I have no option. Back to you.
Sharing the ball. Allie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. Pistons trailed by 8. Cunningham with it. Picked up by Hartenstein. Kept alive. Out to Thompson. Tries again. Here he goes. And it's good on the layup.
So fast of foot. On the run, Osir, tough to catch.
Kicks it out to Holmgren. Back to Wallace. It's stolen by Cunningham. And here we go. Fast break. Cunningham's got it. That 3 off the mark. Oklahoma City leading by 6. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Down low. Stewart. And the dunk by Stewart.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Well, not all turnovers are created equal. Live ball turnovers lead to that.
Harris's shot is off. Here's Holmgren. And so it's Oklahoma City bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action in just a minute. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. So, Tim, and I can see it in my mind's eye, you won that 3-point contest back in '96. What's the key to success in that event in particular?
Oh, yeah, what a great night. And I think, Kevin, there's a few things. First, I just think you've got to have a short, compact release, because then you're not going to rush at the end to make sure you get all 25 balls up. But I also think part of it, for me, I got to shoot first after the warm-up introductions because I was still loose. I didn't have to sit there for 20 or 30 minutes during commercial breaks. I think that helped me win the title that night.
A little strategy. It's stolen by Dort. Holmgren outside. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
Substitution for your Pistons.
Pistons trailed by 5. Now Jenkins. No scoring in this one. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Tim, the Thunder with an MVP in SGA, an all-star in Jalen Williams. Man, this is one deep team.
Well, they may not have the top-tier star power of some other teams, but if they keep playing like this, they will become household names.
Nearly automatic. Gilgeous-Alexander, no slouch from the line.
And, Tim, the improvement for the Detroit Pistons keyed by acquiring veteran floor spacers. You must like that aspect, am I right?
Yeah, I love that, Kevin. The fact that they have a star offensive player and they went out and added guys that can create more space for their best player, and also they've become a great defensive team.
Here's Jenkins after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holland. Shoots over Dort. Detroit, no good that time either. The Thunder leading by 7. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by SGA.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Yeah, when your lead guard is doing that, it just creates excitement.
Now here's Jenkins. Still scoreless. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor.
Pistons trailed by 9. Here's Holland. And he goes right over Hartenstein and slams it down.
Timeout.
And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Holmgren.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. And here is Williams. Defended by Duren. 5 to shoot. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And Tim, the quintessential unstoppable force, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, taking his offensive game to a level rarely matched in league history.
Well, Kevin, I'm running out of superlatives. The ability to score at every level. He gets to the foul line. He makes guys better. I just marvel at the totality of it.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 8 points for him. The 19-foot shot, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. SGA's got 10.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
I like their defense today, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
Now, here's Cunningham. He's got 16.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shoot.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't hit from in close.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Robinson, that's good.
And really with a pass-first mentality, Cunningham, the type. Of player that you like to play with. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
For Oklahoma City, they have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
And just last season, they were at about 82% from the free throw line. So those numbers are always going to be positive.
Outside, Robinson steps back. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He comes away with... And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Oklahoma City leading by 12. Pass to Holmgren. Now here's Wiggins. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Now Caruso. To the middle. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Joe Good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now. He's just trying to close it out.
Stewart with the steal. All alone. And he nails the jumper. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Holmgren right side. Plays it up and banks it in. Holmgren's got 4 this quarter. When you think about elite offensive players, Tim, what's one area that can really put them over the top and into a completely different category?
I think it's those guys that have a willingness to move without the basketball. If you have a willingness to run and cut and respace, it's going to create a lot of problems for a defense.
Has that even become more of a thing now as you watch these high-octane space and pace type offenses?
There is no question it's become something that's a priority for teams now, and I also think the ingenuity of these young coaches creates a better flow offensively if you're willing to run without the basketball.
Ah, that's terrific. Pistons trailed by 17. Cunningham up top. Pass to Thompson. And then jammed down right as he goes over Jalen Williams.
And his athleticism is really off the charts. Love seeing Thompson punching home like that.
Well, this team relies on his scoring, and no shocker, he's done his part.
Cunningham fire.
This is NBA basketball right here on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. And here's Cunningham outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And that one's good. Holmgren. Doris, when we saw these two teams come up on the schedule, this was one you and I were looking forward to.
Oh, my goodness. This was one I've had circled for sure. And the reason, two teams that execute at a high level, and boy, did they play at breakneck speed.
Outside for SGA. Hartenstein a screen. To the middle. 6 on the shot clock. Can't hit from in close. Tipped. Holmgren with it. Now guarded by Duren. And Hartenstein gets it to go.
And so agile there on the break. I mean, you got to appreciate Holmgren hustling to capitalize in these situations.
Pass to Harris. Detroit moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. Cunningham drives in. Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
And nice work there in the pick and roll. Cunningham demonstrating improvement in knowing how to break defenses down. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end. Well.
And what a read there from Cunningham, showing he has vision and timing with his passes.
When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, and his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just feasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Now here's Robinson. Down low. It's stolen by SGA. Williams from long range. Gets the 3 to fall.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
Cunningham looking it over. Driving in. Outside Robinson. Dort with a steal. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Got to push him farther out than this.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.